Hello, and welcome back.
Happy New Year.
You said that in the last episode.
I know, I have to
We're going to say Happy New Year until it's next year, at this rate.
Yeah, because you got to be happy.
This year. Stick around.
Woo!
Hi, Reggie. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome
back to the podcast. Welcome back to the Juicy Goss.
Yep. Welcome back to reality. We're going to talk about... We're just going to have a catch up.
And also, did you notice the new intro? Did you notice it?
It's cute.
It's really cute.
New year, new intro, as they say.
So we hope you notice that and we hope you like it. A little bit more funky of us. But yeah, you join us in our lounge where, as per usual, lockdown 3.0.
I've got a new tracksuit. I bought a new tracksuit.
Looking good.
It's beige. I feel like I look really
I like
beige.
how you've matched it with that
My
headband.
skin is beige.
That looks good.
Thank you.
Burberry bitch.
Burberry
bitch.
Oh, and of course we've got our Juicy Goss
Join us with some coffee and let's just have a catch up about everything that's happened this year so far, news wise, us wise, social media wise,
life wise. Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I don't know if you want to start with obviously that we're all in a lockdown now.
I don't know whether you noticed.
Yeah, did you know? Because we are.
And
not gonna lie, it doesn't feel that different to what it was a few days ago. It feels the same, but it's separated once again.
Ella's decided to have her lockdown back in her
Nottingham.
flat.
Yeah.
That was a conscious decision, wasn't it?
I feel like this is my tranquil. I feel tranquil here. I feel a lot better than at home because at home it's very hectic. You know what I mean?
I feel like this episode today is going to be quite therapeutic for you, Ella. I'm not going to lie, because
I really need it. Not gonna lie, there might be some tears shed.
Oh my god, she has been so stressy and so het up. She needs to get it out.
I think, you know what, I need to look into it because I feel like we've gone into the new year and literally it feels like as soon as it was January the 1st, I felt weird. I felt not right. I felt really stressed out. I was overthinking everything. I felt like I've voice noted you, Ellie, a lot about
I've heard
situation.
it, but you tell them how you're feeling. Let it out.
I'm just feeling so weird. I feel like, I don't know if this is, anyone can relate. I feel like a lot of people are feeling weird at the moment, and obviously the lockdown won't help anyone. But I just feel like this year, I've stepped into this year, and this is the year that finally I actually have to do all these things that I've said I'm going to do. My vision board in my head last year, I was like, yeah, next year I'm moving out, I'm going to get a job, I'm going to graduate, and I don't want it, I'm too scared. Now I have to actually do it. And it's just been a bit of a roller coaster. It's really hit me. And yeah, just a lot of uncertainty with work and money, and oh god, it's just stressful. But yeah, I
feel like that is because it hasn't been helped by the pressure of a new year, because we've done it to ourselves as well, Ella. Our last episode, it wasn't our podcast, but we put a video out the other day which is all about our glow up, and we really want to do that. That's something we've been talking about for ages. But we have also brought ourselves quite a lot of pressure along with that. I mean, that's more like a physical glow up that we're talking about, so maybe not so much, but we haven't helped ourselves. The pressure of a new year is enormous.
I really want to know if anyone else is feeling this way, because I know normally in a new year I'm fresh start, January I'm going to get into shape and blah blah. I honestly, to be fair, today I feel so much better. I don't know why. I don't know if it's being back in a different place. And
you needed to clear your head.
I really did. I even think the drive was just so nice, just to be on my own. I really, I'm just that kind of person that really likes their own space and really likes spending time with themselves. I'm
actually really jealous of you doing that drive to Nottingham, because that could sound quite bizarre, but I used to love the drive back and forth from Nottingham, because it's not too long. It's not too long that you get bored.
Yeah.
It's like an hour-ish, depending on traffic, and it's just the time to literally listen to your music, listen to your podcast, and just drive, and it's so relaxing. Especially if you know the journey as well, and you don't have to stress about
I don't know if you get this, Ellie, but I get emotional on these drives.
Oh my god, so do I, because it's like it's two different lives that you're living. So I got really emotional last time I came to see you in between lockdowns.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time I'd gone back there in so long. That was really emotional for me.
I honestly just drive and like I think about all these random things. I'm probably gonna sound really weird now.
She's in a movie.
I literally drive and I'm like, what the hell? I can drive. I can drive. That's crazy to me.
To city, from
literally,
home to
you
home.
can just go wherever you want. I have the skill to do that, and like that's actually crazy. Two, the world is so beautiful when you're driving, especially on that road. You know the road I'm on about, Ellie, with the Simpsons things. If anyone's been to Nottingham, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you drive into Nottingham, there's like these big power chimneys, and when I drove into Nottingham down there, there was so many clouds coming out of them. They're like water vapor things. I don't know what they are. And it was so gorgeous, like it was about 3 or 4 and there was a sunset and oh my god, it's making me so emotional. It was making me so emotional.
Dual carriageway and she's getting emotional about it.
Not gonna lie, I've actually had a traumatic experience on that dual carriageway. I don't know if I remember when I broke down anyway.
Story time, she broke down there.
Oh yeah, well I broke down on it because I don't even know what was wrong with my car still to this day. I was going 70 miles an hour, the speed limit, and then suddenly
Not
it just
a single mile per hour over.
No. And it just went doo, and it just would not go forward. It was just had no like power, and I was on the side of the road, burst into tears because that had never happened to me before, and I was like,
it's a really busy road,
and there's not a like what you call it, a lay-by thing. There's not a lay-by. I was literally on the grass, like right on the side, and whenever a car went past, my car was going like this, and my dad was like, "Get out of the car!"
You're meant to walk away from the car, aren't you?
Yeah, I couldn't. There wasn't enough ground. But anyway, that ruins my tranquil story.
Literally. Yeah, so she's been having a very stressed time, and I've heard all about it, and I don't mind, Ella. I like to listen to it. But it's because of the stress of the new year, like the pressure we put on ourselves to have like a fresh start, to get everything done in the time that you're given in a year is really stressful. I've had to, like, to anyone else that's in like Ella's year group graduating this year, not to like burst your bubble and everything, but I've kind of had to tell her to like bring her thoughts back down to earth, because you're putting so much pressure on yourself to do all these things that you've wanted to do for so long.
Yeah, at uni as well, I do feel like they kind of sell you a dream. They kind of say, oh, you're going to be getting this degree and then you're going to be so wanted and like blah, blah, blah. But like the reality of it is, there is hundreds of unis doing the same course that all graduate at the same time. And I think that's really hit me this year, and it's really, really like freaked me out. I don't know why. I
think it's just because you've watched me do it. You've watched me and realised that it's now January. I graduated nearly a year ago and nothing has come of it, and it's I was telling Ella, like, not to make this episode really depressing and everything, but it's more so like just manage your expectations, because I'd be so happy and I'd be so impressed and amazed, and it would be so good if you could come out of uni and get snapped up straight away. That'd be great. But the reality is, when you're at uni, you kind of tell yourself, and it's taught to you really, like, kind of, that you'll have this degree, and then because you've got this degree, I said this to you the other day, because you've got it, you're therefore worthy of any job that you can apply for. And yes, you are, because you've got your degree, but what we don't think,
but it's more than that.
It's more than that, and unless you kind of work your way up companies a different way without having a degree, which is doable, everyone else that applying has also got a degree. So therefore, they don't care about your degree anymore. All your degree does is allow you to be worthy of applying.
Ticks the box.
Tick the box, because if you don't have it, they won't even bother looking at your application. But in reality, all that means is that you are like allowed to apply, and from then it's everything else you've done that actually helps. But yeah, not to go into that for ages and ages, but I just think, like, stop putting so much pressure on yourself, because I've really had to realise that in the past year, like, you can't plan life in general.
Especially like especially right now, like it kind of, I don't know if anyone else saw the news. I had to break the news to Ellie earlier that Boris has passed a law in his whatever it means, that this could go on till end of March.
Basically allowing them to continue extending it if they need to.
Yeah. That is actually crazy. That'll be over a year we've been in lockdowns, in and out lockdowns.
I know.
I just remember, I honestly remember sat at uni on the Thursday, on a Thursday, and then we were supposed to be in uni on the Friday, and everyone was like, oh my god, we're gonna like, uni's gonna close. I was like, they would never do that. They would never close uni. And literally we got an email that night saying, don't come into uni tomorrow, like you're not allowed. I was like, what? I don't believe that this is real.
I know, honestly, it's been crazy, but I think like we hear it absolutely everywhere now, so maybe we should try and banish it from the channel, because I'm just
shall we
banish it for a while?
Yeah, should we banish it for the next month?
Yeah, so what has even happened this week? Even though it has been a pretty shitty week, or like since we last spoke to you guys, there has been some interesting things going on.
Yes,
there has. I don't know, what do you want to talk about? What have we heard?
Not gonna lie, my favourite bit of Juicy Goss is part one is that Kim and Kanye are getting a divorce.
Is that
part
a
two?
Fact?
Well, I had heard, obviously it's all just like, it's all just on like TMZ or whatever it is. It's all just like, I kept hearing like he's been living separately to her, and like he's been living, see, this is where it gets interesting. He's been living in Wyoming. Why is that what it's called? He's been living there in a ranch. He's been living there, and then they've been living separate lives, like and now she's like, I've had enough. Because I think we've both seen the same TikTok, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because he's been linked to a male beauty guru. And then this girl on TikTok has like got Jeffree TEA's sunglasses and like screenshotted it, and it looks like Kanye.
It does look like Kanye.
It does, because he has a very distinct stance and like body shape. He really does, and it really looks like him. Like it would not. I mean, it surprises me, but it doesn't at the same time.
It's quite surprising, but then when you think about like some of the crazy things that Kanye's been going through and saying recently, it's not that bananas. Like,
imagine, just think about this for a second. Jeffree TEA and Kanye West like doing it. Like, imagine that. Obviously, you don't want to like think too much about it, but like,
yeah,
is that real? Does that work?
I don't know. I didn't even know that they were having a divorce until literally this morning when I saw that video.
Yeah. Oh, I'd seen yesterday that they were. And then I saw that TikTok today, and I was like, that is juicy.
That is the Juicy Goss. I can't wait to see how that unfolds.
Imagine, because I think Jeffree does have, I'm saying Jeffree like he's my best friend. Jeffree TEA has like a tendency to kind of be with people that have been straight males before. Like, in the past, he does have a tendency to do that. So, God knows. It wouldn't be like the craziest thing to happen in this year.
No, it really wouldn't. But I do, in a way, I mean, I don't really know why we're giving our 2 pence about this situation, like anyone cares. But I do feel like if that's the case, I kind of feel bad for Kanye, because I feel like Jeffree, this is just like speculation, but I feel like Kanye's quite a troubled person, and maybe that would be kind of Jeffree taking like advantage a bit of his but I don't know, maybe not. Also, I do kind of feel bad for Kim.
Yeah, but I do think, did you see, I think it was in that video that he's had to sign like loads of waiver things, like he can't talk about it. What, Jeffree? Maybe it's something that would never be confirmed, because I just don't think they, after saying that he had to sign loads of things, maybe it will never like come up, you know what I mean? Maybe it'll be a secret.
What,
forever.
Jeffree said that out loud?
Yeah. He said something, I swear it's in that video, or maybe it's a different one. He said that he had to sign loads of like things because of this person, because of somebody, and he said that he would be like 6 foot under if it ever came out.
Yeah, because if there's anyone that could take Jeffree Star down, it's probably Kanye West.
Yeah. He's probably quite a powerful person, really, isn't he?
Yeah. On the other end of the relationship spectrum, some of our favourite YouTubers are having a baby.
Oh my God.
Everyone
if you
knows.
don't know, then get to know, because Ellie Darby and
Connor
Swift, they're having a little bundle of joy.
They are. They've had a really busy year, like really busy.
I just feel like they are like the YouTube Kardashians. Like they are who we all want to watch. Like I don't know, but if that's the same for everyone, but I definitely feel like that. I love them. Yeah. You know what? They did used to kind of cringe me out, but the more I watched quite a lot of their old videos and kind of like her story, and it's actually quite sweet and like they're all
I think when you just first start watching them, you think, oh God, this is a bit much, but once you get to know them, you don't know them, but once you get to know their relationship and their story, you kind of don't find it cringe anymore, and it's just really lovey-dovey. But what a year she has had. It's just, it's been probably the best and also the worst year of her life at the same time. How is that even possible? Like, how do you balance that? I don't even know.
What do you think it's going to be, a girl or a boy, Ellie? I have
a feeling it's a girl.
I really think it's a girl. Because she only has sisters, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's all girls. I just really think it's a girl.
But then again, I'm not going to lie, I think every single person that's pregnant is going to have a girl.
Oh, yeah, true.
I never guess boy, ever. I think that's just because I prefer baby girls.
Yeah.
I kind of hope it's a girl. Yeah.
Because she's got 2 boy dogs. Maybe she needs a little girl in her life. I think
as well, like, after the year she's had losing her mum, it would be really nice for her to have, like, that kind of relationship, but for herself.
Yeah.
How emotional, hey? How emotional.
Oh, don't. That would set me off again. It would set me off.
I kept seeing all tweets from boys like, who is Ellie Darby and why do all the girls care?
Oh my God, like, Joe knows all about it now. I tell him all the time.
I know, I didn't cry. I very nearly did at the end of the announcement video. I cried on the announcement video. But you know what, I saw the little like countdown thing she put on her story, and she was like, oh, Connor's really excited for the thing, and I said to Joe, I was like, I bet they're having a baby. I was like, I feel like it might not be, because they have just got a dog. And then you text me and saying, oh my God, you need to watch it, and I was like, don't tell me. I was like, I bet it's a baby. And I was like, oh no, it's not, and you were like, I'm not going to say anything, and it was a baby. I was like, what? When I was out this morning, I was walking my dog and I was thinking about Ellie Darby, and I watched a video last night, and when me and you had spoken about this earlier in the week, you'd said that she's 25, and I was like, oh, okay, she's 25. And I watched a video yesterday, and she's not, she's 24. She's really quite young still. She's 24 and he's 28 or 29. And then that got me thinking, and I was on a walk, and I had a brain fart, and I couldn't remember how old you are.
Me, I'm 23. I'm 23.
Because that's what I thought. I was like, she's 23, and I was like, I was thinking that. I was like, no way is she going to be 24 this year. So no, she must be 22. Yeah. But you are. You're going to be 24 this year.
Get me in the bin. Get me in the bin. I'm sorry.
24.
Wait, Ellie, are you 21?
Yes.
What the hell? No, you're not. Yeah, you are. What?
Yes, I am.
That's so weird.
Honestly, I was on my walk trying to figure out how old you were, because I knew you were 23, but my brain couldn't allow me to like believe it was true.
Oh God, I don't even believe it's true.
Way. It was only when I realised, like, oh, Ellie Darby's 24, and then I was like, oh my God, Ella's going to be 24 this year.
That's like me having a baby like next year. Absolutely not.
That's bananas. I mean, I think Ellie Darby's closer to 25, but still.
Yeah. And when I realised, she didn't go to uni or anything. She has a house. Like, she's kind of like jumped those steps. Like, we've obviously gone to uni for 3 years.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like me in 3 years having a baby, and that doesn't seem as scary to me.
No,
well,
actually,
it does seem scary to me, but it seems more like a reality, you know what I mean?
Honestly,
like,
though,
not gonna lie, imagine
24.
I'm sat in a flat, like, with loads of people, like, shared flat, and then I think about having a baby. Like, to me, I would never, like, I can't think of that as a reality.
Think about this. My mum was in her shared uni flat pregnant with my brother. Which always surprises me, but basically it worked out perfectly. My brother was born in, like, I think he's an October baby. I can't remember my own brother's birthday, but basically she finished her tenancy pregnant and then got one with my dad in, like, the October.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she was, like, living in a flat with girls at uni. Imagine one of your flatmates or you being pregnant right now. How bananas would that be?
What?
So weird.
No.
So weird.
I feel like, though, I know it's stupid to say, but, like, back then, a few, like, 20 years ago or 25 years ago, it was a bit more normal. Like, Joe's parents were young. I think my parents they weren't young, but they were, like, 26, 27, I think.
Yeah.
And even to me, that sounds really freaky, but, like, I don't even want a baby that, like, I don't know, the thought of that being so close, because of how fast years are going now, that's actually really close. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I'm just brain farting right now. But
I feel like now we're on this train, I've had a massive switch in mindset in, like, the past, I'd probably say, like, year and a half. And I was thinking about this earlier, and I think it honestly is just, like, it comes with age and maturity. I was listening to Sophia and Cinzia's
I listened to it earlier. I listened to half of it.
Yeah, and it just made me realise, and you probably will remember me being like this, and it seems so stupid and immature now, but if you'd asked me, like, 2 years ago, like, oh, would you just have a baby now? I probably would have been like, yeah, like, I'd just do it, and I was okay with the idea that I would just do it, and I'd probably struggle and it wouldn't be perfect.
Yeah.
But my mindset has completely changed now, and I do not want to do that anytime soon.
To be fair, I don't think I was ever really like, oh, gonna have a baby, but I think it's definitely when I was 18, I was in a completely different relationship. I was in a completely different mindset, and I just thought, I don't know, I didn't even think about anything like that. I would never think about wanting to get married. I never wanted to think about. I feel like we're the opposite.
We've switched, yeah.
And now I'm in a completely new relationship. Like, and now I actually do think about these things. Like, and not that I want to do it anytime soon, but I do actually think about these things. So it's definitely like, if, like, anyone is 18 right now and listening,
and you're
just
thinking
hold off. Just hold off on any dramatic things that you're thinking about, because honestly,
your mind
like,
might change.
I know friends. I hope she doesn't mind me saying this, but I have a friend that was in, like, a toxic relationship, and she said to me, I remember her saying, like, I could have a baby with him, like, right now, and I was like,
oh God, so that would have been a disaster.
And then literally within a few months they broke up, and I was just like, imagine.
Exactly. So yeah, if you're listening and you're 18, I'm not 18, 19, 20, whatever, and I'm not trying to belittle anyone's feelings at all, or try and be condescending, because I literally was there. But I think that you're very just like if you're like loved up, and you feel so grown. Literally, there's no rush at all. And now I'm in the mindset where I'm like, I can't even get a bloody job, and then once I get my job, I'm going to be so happy to get my job. I'm not going to want to go on, like, I'm not going to want to, like, risk that or change that for a long time until I know I'm in a position where, like, I'm very, very, very secure. So no, like, it's just funny how your mind changes over time, doesn't it? And I'm now in a mindset where I want it to be, like, perfect, and where it will only be a happy thing and not a stressful thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it will only be good.
I think I definitely think this year, like, everything happens for a reason.
Absolutely.
Your time will come for every single thing that ever will happen. Like, it all happens for a reason at a certain time, on a certain day, in a certain place. Like, that's just how it is.
Let it happen. Don't force anything.
Don't force anything. I feel like we spoke about this before, like, when is the day? And it goes from Monday to Tuesday, and on Tuesday you want a baby, but Monday you don't want a baby. Like, what?
Absolutely. I don't know.
Like, Monday you're an adult. No, Monday you're a child, and Tuesday you're an adult. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
one day.
I think
that really scares me as well.
I can only imagine that if you're in a position where you're just waiting until the right time, and you're quite lucky to be able to do that, I can only imagine it's literally when you tick off all your boxes and you're like, oh, I've done all the things now, let's go for it. I can only imagine it's then, which is exciting but also scary.
That's crazy.
Like, you want to be like, I've done this, now I feel like I'm ready. Like, I can only imagine it's like that.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be ready.
I don't think anyone ever is. Completely.
I was speaking to some women at work that have had babies, and like they really actually scared me.
Yeah, I mean,
she was just telling me the reality of birth and like the reality of being pregnant. I was just
when you have someone literally tell you like all the brutal parts of it, like I'd really love once we can see people again to get Lauren back on for a Girls on the Grind episode, but specifically talking about like motherhood instead of her career. Enjoy
the process, then you get a better ending. Well. Yeah, trust the process, because then you get a better ending. If you rush it, it's not a refined thing at the end. It's not like lived. Oh my god, why am I trying to be like Oprah or something here?
No, but I was just about to say, I always get all deep on these episodes, but I do in normal life as well. Like, I went on a walk with my friend the other day, and I realised by the time I got back, I was like, Alice, I'm so sorry, like I just preach at you this whole time. I just do it, it's just my personality. And she's like, no, I like it, like it's
no, it is nice,
encouraging, but I do sometimes like, bloody hell, who do you think you are? But yeah, no, I was about to say that's something that I'm trying to take on board more, is trusting the process, and I've had to this past year, and you're going to have to once you graduate as well, because there's nothing you can do about it. There's literally nothing you can do about it, so you've just got to trust the process.
I think that's what's freaking me out, the fact of not having any control on my own life, and to me that's crazy. But I don't know if anyone has any tips on how to help me with this situation, like, because I was speaking to Joe last night and I was like saying all these things, and he was like, you just have to not think. I'm like, yeah, I can say that right now, but tomorrow I wake up and you know what I mean? It's very hard to get in the mindset. So if anyone has any tips like on how to do that, please tell me, because I don't know how. I just really want to like not change my mindset, but like make it more I don't know what the word is, like I don't know, but tell me any tips. I feel on like how you to, just like, need like an encourage myself in like what you do. I need to stop like it's not anxiety, but it's like a stress. And you know what, even I shouldn't Google things, but I've been getting a headache here every single night for like basically since I've been feeling like this. And I Googled it last night, and it's stress. That's like tension. And I was like, oh fuck, why am I like stressed out? What am I stressed out about? I'm just stressed out about being stressed out.
For me, the thing that stops me from feeling that way is just action. Like, you just, instead of sitting there and thinking about things, just do something to help it. Yeah, which is easier
that's what I need to do now.
But that's why that's why I write a list every single day, even if it's tiny things. But you as soon as you're ticking things off, you feel like you're being productive, and that stress just lifts.
Maybe that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I did do a workout this morning, guys. Yay, well done, Ella, for the first time in a really long time. And I think as well, it sounds so dumb, Ellie, but I had anxiety about doing the workout because I was upset at myself for how unfit I'd got, and I didn't want to do the workout because then I would know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
because that's not helpful. I know. Well, I did it this morning. I was like, you know what, it wasn't even that bad, and I could do this every day, and it's not even hard. But I just needed to do it. So now I'm okay. Now I feel like I'm actually doing things, so it's better.
Well, another thing that Sophia and Cinzia were saying, which if you've listened, I think you've listened to the episode, but they were basically saying like worrying does not do anything. It literally, it's not helping the situation, and all it's doing is meaning that you live through the thing twice.
Yeah.
But so true. In an unproductive way.
I don't think I've got to that bit in the podcast. I only listened to it.
Literally, like, why sit and worry about something that's happening the next day when you're going to have to do it the next day anyway? So why sit and worry about it? You're just living through it twice.
That's really good advice.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's literally
that is really good advice.
Does not help anything at all. It's only unproductive.
Yeah. See, I just feel like I'm always the person that's like, don't stress, like, just be positive, blah, blah, blah. I was always that person, and now I'm not. So it's I don't know, everything's freaking me out, that's all.
Well, you need to remember these words. You need to like write them on your walls or something. Like worrying and stress is not helping. Just take action.
I need
instead.
to do like, I don't know. I really, you know what I'm excited for? I'm excited to do our manifestation boards
next week.
So I think over the past few days, I feel like even those have changed. Like I wrote a notes page of what I wanted to kind of achieve for the year, but I just feel like I want to like make them a bit more broad rather than like
so specific.
But yeah,
I've been looking forward to doing that as well, because I feel like I've got a lot of thoughts, but they're all kind of like scattered around, and I want to just put them in like one place. Be like, okay, this is my year. This is 2021 right here in front of me, and it's gonna be.
I've got like in my uni room. There's like by the door. There's like a pin board thing that I want to put it on, basically. And when I'm lying in bed, I can look at it because it's right there. So I'm excited.
But that's another example. Like we'll go into it more when we do that video, but. They're looking at those vision boards, they're not just going to drop from thin air, and that's how manifestation works. Manifestation is more just like a mindset, because by putting the things out there, you're more inclined to do the small steps that eventually build up. So it's not actually, I think people think that like manifestation is like some weird like just voodoo. It's not at all. It's literally just taking the small steps to get to your big goal.
And if you're like visualizing it every day, just say, like I saw one, I watched a YouTube video earlier and she had it on her like desktop screen, like it was her background. So every time she opened her laptop, she saw it and it like reminded her of all the things that she wanted to achieve, and they're like, it's quite inspiring.
Maybe that's what I'll do, because that's quite good, like to make the board and then photograph it and put it as your screensaver. That's a really good idea. I like that. Well, that's a really nice, I feel like that's a really nice place to end. Because this is a good length.
I feel like we've gone like this on this podcast.
We really have. It's been a journey. Thanks for joining us.
And let us know if you've liked this kind of video. We basically just wanted to be a bit more like, I think with the podcast we want to make it a bit more casual and like just what the podcasts that we enjoy are like this. So hopefully that you guys enjoy them as well.
We're trying to just give a bit of like a change to the structure, because I think this is another thing for like the new year, we'd put a lot of pressure on ourselves to be coming up with a concept every week for our podcast, and in reality, like you just said, what we like to listen to is actually just people like us chatting about things that we talk about,
like real people talk about real things, really.
Exactly.
And
so if there's anything you want us to talk about, then leave it in the comments. But like we said, look out for a bonus video on the channel next week. It's not a podcast, all about manifestation and 2021 manifestation boards and vision boards. And you can see what we are manifesting and wanting to do. I'm really excited to do that. So thank you for joining us again, and please subscribe, please. We really appreciate it. We did reach a really amazing goal over the we just want to keep going and going, so please do. And we shall see you next week for another podcast episode. So see you then. Bye. Toodles.